leading by a point. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Come on, New Orleans!
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. We have seen an exceptional performance from Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he's been a revelation tonight, almost scoring at will in that first half.
Really hard to fathom he'll be able to keep it up for the next 2 quarters, but, you know, you never know. It could be a special night for him.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season. Here is Harden.
In a season where everyone in the Southwest made it to the playoffs, you just knew it was going to be a war of attrition night in and night out. Still, the Rockets managed to come out on top in the division.
So on the floor for Houston, Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Then there's Howard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Capella in at the 4. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Rockets ball.
And the Rockets were just 8 up and 8 down in the Southwest Division. But, Clark, they won the out-of-division games they needed to in order to take the division crown.
Exactly, and it was a tough year to do that because the division was so tough. It was actually the first ever Southwest Division title for the Rockets.
And that one's good. Beverly.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Back to Davis. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Rockets. And, of course, the Pelicans. Tied right now. New Orleans shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
2 shots.
Good on the second free throw.
You know, as the season wore on, guys, the Pelicans became a matchup that nobody wanted to see. Very tough against teams and had very few weaknesses, too.
Knocks it loose. New Orleans has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. He feeds it to Gordon. Right wing. Deep 2 from Anderson. The 9-foot shot. And it's Gordon missing. Well, for the Pelicans last season, they were a tough matchup. The defense was one thing, but their mentality, the way they thought through the game was fantastic.
Yeah, and Kevin, you look at their record against other playoff teams, and it stacks up well. I mean, they made the playoffs by never thinking they were at a disadvantage on the floor. And having that kind of confidence in a young team, that only really speaks for a positive moving forward.
And he was fouled on the way out. 2 free throws now for him. It's no secret, Clark, what this Houston Rockets team wants to do. They want to get to the line, drive the lane, and hurt you from outside the arc.
And they'll do it all at a very fast pace. I mean, they're fun to watch. The pace is something that I think sneaks up on teams sometimes, Kevin.
Good point.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And no doubt the Rockets were one of the faster-paced teams in the league last year. When you have the firepower they do, you want it to become a scoring fest.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
lot of the wins for the Rockets, guys, I thought last year came from just wearing down their opponent. I mean, you can keep up with their pace for a quarter, maybe two, but it's very hard to sustain it for 48 minutes shot for shot.
And there's the foul. It goes on Ryan Anderson. That's foul number 2 for him. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Ariza goes in the corner. Harden, stolen by Gordon.
Well, that was really a gift there. A nice steal, but probably a pass that shouldn't have been made in the first place.
For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to the Pistons in Detroit.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
You know, sometimes we talk about a defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, Greg, but that night they got up in their own heads, just got in their own way and couldn't get out of it.
Houston leading by 4. To the inside. Howard. And he dunks it down.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
And now let's have a look at the teams that have had the quickest hands in the NBA during the past month. In second, the Rockets.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor.
2 shots.
Well, this is really one of the nicer buildings in the NBA, right downtown Clark, this home of the Pelicans across from the Superdome.
Kevin, you're always worried about how close we are to Bourbon Street when we come here, man. But yeah, this was a fortress for the Pelicans last season as they won some big games here for sure.
And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Howard setting the pick for Ariza. Beverly dishes to Capella. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
On the wing, Harden. Defended by Gordon. Harden kicks to Beverly. There's the pick. Back to Harden. It's tipped. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ariza. And another 3 for Houston.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And, you know, guys, that kind of offensive efficiency really keeps a lot of pressure on the opponent, and that's part of why the lead is what it is.
And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Luke Babbitt, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Evans comes in for Ryan Anderson. Tony Douglas is checked in for Gordon. And it's Ish Smith in for Drew Holiday. For 3, Smith. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
This is a nice third quarter surge here. They've got it going right now.
And a perfect time to get hot, just as we get into the meat of the second half here.
Douglas for 3. And he gets it to go. Douglas has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. It's Ariza on the wing. Stolen by Evans. Douglas. And no good trying to get... And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Rockets lead by 13. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for New Orleans right now, Luke Babbitt is out there with Omer Asha. Then it's Smith. Then there's Tyreek Evans. And it's Douglas in at the 2. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Fires the 3. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Douglas has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Pelicans. And the foul on Luke Babbitt. A platoon swap here for New Orleans.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Watson the pass to Jones. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Davis. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
And guys, something every team strives for is getting points off of turnovers, and they've done that here in both halves.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
It's Anderson with the drive. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah, the Rockets were able to make it to the second spot in the West at the very end of the season. Actually came down to the last day. They could have ended as low as 6th going into the final games.
Last season for the Rockets, they finished as the number 2 team in the West to the Golden State Warriors. But, you know, they had to battle the whole way through.
Yeah, in part because of injuries. I mean, the Rockets did well to come in second in the West, but it was because they took care of the so-called easy games. 33 wins in the conference, but a record of 12-16 against the other playoff teams out West.
Cole dishes to Davis. Outside Gordon. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
The steal. Holiday goes in. Stolen by Harden. Beverly with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. And that one's good. Beverly.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
And Holiday, here we go. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Cole. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Rockets leading by 10. There's the pick. Here's Beverly. And it falls over the rim and in. Beverly's got 9 points here in the second half.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Back to Holiday. In the corner, it's Gordon. And it's Davis missing. Rockets have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Beverly. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Pelicans trailed by 12. Here's Cole. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And he gets it to go. Beverly's got 8 here in the quarter.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
And here's Anderson from the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. Howard's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Beverly kicks to Capella. The shot is off. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Right wing. Back to Gordon. Here's Holiday. Here's Davis. Off on the layup.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. And we'll just watch